For the past couple of months, I've been on semen retention, and to be honest, it has been the best experience ever. But at the same time, there were struggles that I was going through, just like everybody else and anybody else. We go through struggles in life, so that's the way it is before we succeed. So, by the way, my name is Kanyo, and I am here to inspire you to aspire. So, I recently have been, yeah, so recently I've been working on myself. I've been the ultimate version of myself. Recently, life has been so beautiful ever since I started this semen retention journey. So, through the semen retention journey, people do not understand that it's not only about the physical, but it's also mental and it's also spiritual. So, what do I mean about this? I mean, you spiritually grow and you also mentally mature. So, that's what I've experienced, but it's not just only what I've just experienced. There are certain things such as boosting testosterone coming to pass, finding more things interesting that are productive. Let me just put it like that. Finding productive things interesting. So, through his journey, it has just been good. Although there were times where I was feeling down and there were times where temptation got me to the fullest. I mean, like, full. I couldn't hold myself. But until this year, this year, I started this year so good because the first thing I did early, I didn't sleep the entire night. First of all, I was going through a whole night prayer. Secondly, I didn't have sleep. So what I did early, early morning on the 1st of January was to run. I literally got up around 5 a.m. and just went outside and just ran. So I said I don't know how many kilometers I ran, but I did run for sure. So that was a good start for a year because that was the first time in my entire life I actually started a year like that. Literally, that was the first time in my life, and things got so productive, things got so consistent. Although there were times when I had ups and downs, but I didn't care about my emotions. My emotions didn't matter. I left all the emotions part and all that sucker shit back then in 2023 because I can tell you 2023 was not a good year for me completely. It was the worst year in my entire life that I ever had. But to be honest, I grew from 2023. Yeah, I grew from 2023 and it just became amazing for me inside and outside, you know. So like I think I have probably 90 days plus right now without being my meat, and I just don't feel like doing that anymore because first of all, that thing is really disgusting. Secondly, ew. Again, like seriously. I've realized that now since I've been maturing, that some things are just not worth it. The thing is that like I gave my life to Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior, literally. So I had to leave everything else behind. All the rap songs, all those kind of things that would lead me into things that I was not supposed to be in, like evil things, was just something I had to cut off. I had to cut off toxic friends. I had to cut off bad friends, people with bad energy. I had to cut off toxicity to its fullest potential in my life, to its fullest reach, like for real. I had to cut off that energy. I had to cut off listening to rap music. Like I said, I had to cut off any music that had to relate to lustful stuff, that had to relate to gangster rap, that had to relate to anything that involved violence, lust, anger, pride, all of those seven deadly sins, vanity and all that, you know? So, and gluttony. So, I had to cut that off, like I said. And there's something that I had to cut off too: chasing women. One thing that I realized is that ever since I started this semen retention journey, I stopped chasing women, especially when it came to this year because I had things that I had to do. Because there's a lot of things that I have to do. There's a lot of things that I have to achieve. There's a lot of things that I have to get to, you know. This year is all about getting straight to the point. So that's all. Like, this year is about achieving all my goals without being distracted. I don't want to date. I don't want to deal with all these kind of stuff that are gonna slow me down, because I made a promise to myself that I am gonna cut off every single thing, and I think you should too. Cut off everything that slows you down in life, because, man, I am the ultimate version of myself. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am the ultimate version of myself. And one of the things that hit me hard was that to stop semen retention, I had to face my fears. Like, remember the previous video I told you about fear standing for two things: face everything and roll, or face everything and run. I had to face everything and rule.